Let's go! Welcome to the Corey KINER Show, the filthiest stiff arm I think I've ever seen since the Fournette days. I mean, and this guy is just way smaller. Makes that defensive end miss, and just look at this, man. Corey. Obviously, we're going to talk about the running game. Does LSU need to be able to run the football for the passing game continue to work? And should Corey KINER be the RB1 in this offense? So obviously, answer the question down below. This was just a superb piece of running, obviously. The one thing KINER's done a really good job of as a true freshman is reading these blocks. Once again, it's a simple read, especially against a four-man front. If these guys pursue and over-penetrate the play side hole, you plant and you immediately get upfield. Once again, this isn't the best rep right here by Jason Hines. You want to just keep washing, right? And then this cutback angle is just going to be there, okay? But they were playing and actually filling the run the entire way. And this 45 linebacker, the guy that ends up getting his soul taken away, let's see, was this a good rep by Deculus? Not the absolute best, but you do want to get play side to give him that cutback angle. You just want to get a little bit more of a piece of him there. And it looks kind of like a whiff, so once again, not the best rep right there. But if you have guys that are able to do that, I mean, this is just filthy. This is just so freaking filthy. Once again, good job by Devonta Lee. It looked like he was going to hold him and no block in the back. Good high football IQ right there. So, yeah, I mean, that's just one of the more incredible runs you'll ever see. So 9 runs for 56 yards. And obviously, Corey KINER has a little bit more juice than TDP at this point. I want to break down another TDP run, though, from the third quarter. I don't know why. Every time he gets the football, there's always one offensive lineman just getting viciously whipped. All right. This is interesting. This is such a good block right here by Jack Besh. So his job is to get this defensive end turned to the inside. And remember, this end was the one that almost made the play a minute ago. And look at how good this rep is. He turns him inside and gets his butt to where the ball is actually going. You couldn't block this any better, people. Where the mistake actually gets made here is that we're actually pulling these guys around. Jason Hines is a difficult block. He's got to get around this 3 technique, and a lot like Jack Besh, he's got to turn this guy to the inside. And we're obviously pitched to the right here. And you see Hines is kind of getting dominated here. 53 is setting the line. But this was one of Liam's better plays of the night. He helps out his buddy Hines here and just gets a little piece. This slows down the defensive tackle to able to rip off and make this play. So good job by Deculus, not only that, but then he also gets a piece here and seals this guy. This is just such great vision. So many running backs would have just piled to the outside here. He reads his cutback angle. Good job by Liam right there. Really good running again by KINER. So, yeah, outside of Hines, that was some pretty good blocking right there. Good pull right there. It was one of Liam's better reps on the night. So, the question is, do you really need to be able to run the football to pass? And the answer to that is no. Play action has been proven to work even when you don't run effectively. And this game is a perfect example as to why. So we get play action fake here. Good stuff. We get Marcus Dumerville in the game. And we're selling out this run. Okay? Good sell right here. And what happens is this play design by Jake is really good. Okay, so where this ball is actually going is to Coy Moore. And he is selling as if he is blocking this end. And it looks as if we're trying one of these tight end slips. And what this actually does here is this play action fake bites the ends. The safeties get fooled because it looks like this is a blocking play for Coy Moore, and instead he just turns upfield. Easy throw. This throw gets Nuss's confidence way up. Good play design by Jake, who really started to get a groove here. And Coy, it looked like he looked like a wounded duck here, but this is just an amazing run after the catch, after the block. good job by Coy getting all these yards here and falling forward. I think a healthy Coy probably scores there. So really good stuff. Now we get this run right here. Jet sweep in, which pulls the safety out of the play. And we hand this football off. And now it's man-to-man against this safety right here. I mean, I understand that people kept making the Clyde Edwards-Helaire comparison, but that is legit very similar spin move Clyde had versus Bama. So let's have a discussion about the Corey KINER, Ty Davis-Price, and how the carries should actually be divvied up. Should LSU just go on ahead and start Corey KINER? And obviously, Ed Orgeron shared a quote, and a lot of you are not happy about it because obviously up to this point, Corey KINER has outperformed TDP, right? Well, yes, of course. You're looking at just some basic statistics here, and it's pretty clear that TDP is not really been a difference maker. Obviously, you had the Arkansas game last year where he was pretty daggum good, and he was semi-effective against Florida, and then in 2019, he was a clear backup to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So whenever I watch TDP on film, just based on the 3 years of sample that we have now, he looks like a decent running back. I felt that way about him coming out as well. You can win with TDP, but you got to have really, really good run blocking in a scheme that actually fits his skill set. And I'm not sure if this one is actually it. But for some reason or another, every time he gets the ball, he just gets the absolute worst run blocking. He is very unlucky in that aspect, which is ironic because his most iconic run is the Florida touchdown in Tiger Stadium in 2019, where he got the best blocking you'll ever see on a 35-yard touchdown run. So here, Liam Shanahan just gets blown up so badly, and we don't get a good cut on the back end to even give him an opportunity for a cutback angle like you saw with KINER a minute ago. And look, it's a difficult block out of shotgun right here, but Liam, I mean, we just can't have this, and he gets blown into the backfield way too much. And look, TDP is looking for the cutback, but because this cut wasn't too clean, once he saw this over penetration, he probably should have planted and just gone straight up into this. But because this is just so violent and this DT is able to two-gap this basically, you just have no chance. And you guys saw in the first film study from this game where on the first drive of the game, TDP also got really unlucky run blocking from Liam Shanahan. But here's a more important question I want to get to in today's film study. Does it really matter if LSU can run the football? And obviously the biggest question, and this is Devonta Lee's first touchdown of the season here, is ironically play-action fakes still do work despite the lack of a running game. Now, that may seem counterintuitive, that the run sets up the pass, and you need to be able to run the football in order for play-action to work. There have been a lot of studies on this in the NFL in particular, where play action is still effective even if the running game doesn't work at all. So I shared this in the post-game live stream, and I'll share it again now. Central Michigan's defensive coordinator, I have no idea what he was thinking, okay? So this is why play action fakes still work, because defensive coordinators still believe the right thing to do is run safeties into the box. You shouldn't, okay? The running back here is Ty Davis-Price. If Central Michigan's coaches watched any film, they would know that TDP has not been effective really at all. So if you're if you're a defensive coordinator, you want the ball going to TDP. You don't want to run a safety into the box and make this the easiest read of all time for Max Johnson to throw here on this RPO play action fake, okay? And it could just have been a play action. Might have even been an RPO play action. And you see how easy pitch and catch that is? because the safety sprinted into the box. Tell me, someone makes sense of this, okay? Someone makes sense of actually sprinting a safety in the box to play against a running back who is averaging less than 3 yards per carry this year. Once again, I don't know Central Michigan's defensive coordinator's name. Still, that makes no sense. And LSU kept doing this last year, and they kept doing it against teams that can't run the ball, like Florida last year. Teams that weren't that great running the ball, we still kept sprinting safeties into the box. And we'll show you this again here from the end zone camera. Watch this safety just sprint in here. You want the ball going to TDP. And just in general, if you look at any analytic, you can see that passing the football is a more effective play than running the football. So, in other words, you want the other team to run. You don't want to give the QB a look to pull this and actually throw an easy touchdown. And guess what? The RPO game was working all day to Jack Bech. So it wasn't just this play. Central Michigan kept committing guys to the box against an LSU running attack that just quite simply doesn't move people in the running game. Look at how easy this is. So as always, you diehard PHLers, if you watch the video all the way through, we like to give you a little bit of bonus. I want you to watch this play again and see if you pick up on something because, well, this actually should not have counted. Okay? And LSU was actually called for this penalty a few times during the game. And once again, you got to be smarter. Chasen Hines was an illegal man downfield. I don't know who actually makes the call. I don't know if it's the umpire or the line judge. But you're only allowed to be 3 yards down the field on a pass play as an offensive lineman. In the NFL, it's actually 1 yard. And on this RPO, if you think that they are – Chasen obviously thought that Max was definitely going to hand this football off. So he runs all the way down the field, and you see when the ball is actually being released, 1, 2, 3, he's actually 4 yards, 5 yards. It's actually where the furthest part of your body down the field. So this will be something LSU will need to get fixed. Yeah, he's about 4.5 yards down. And thank goodness it didn't count because I was really happy to see Devonta get that touchdown there. So, that's just a little bonus there for you at the end. Now, if I get the rule correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong. So, obviously, comment down below. Do you think Corey or TDP should be the guy? Josh Williams also did had a few good plays in this game as a blocker and role player. But so, obviously, Ty Davis-Price, what should LSU do with this running back situation? Well, pass pro is part of it. And if you know as an offensive play caller that play action still works, if your running game isn't all that effective, then that will lean towards TDP still being the starter. But obviously, if Corey KINER proves in an actual competitive game, once again, he didn't get his shot against UCLA, then he should be the guy until we actually see Armani Goodwin get some snaps, if he gets fully healthy. And then, obviously, we don't know John Emery's full situation. We don't know where Trey Bradford is with the playbook. But obviously, Corey KINER looks... And once again, this is just year 1 of his maturation. Year 2, year 3 is going to be, Corey KINER's prime. So... you look at some of the advanced analytics, like a points PPA, which is an EPA per play stat, and you see TDP was actually negative for all 4 quarters. Now, don't let this mislead you, because EPA is always going to be far more negative for running backs, simply because a run simply is a far less efficient play than a pass. So even then, these are just not good numbers as far as efficiency is concerned. So, yes, LSU doesn't need to abandon the run, but obviously this is a team that just – I don't know if they have the offensive line to run against really anyone. I really don't think they have that ability. It's just honest truth there. So, yeah, it might not matter who the running back's going to be. Now, obviously, comment down below. Let me know what you think of today's video. A little bit shorter film study. It is Power Hour LSU. Boom! What are we doing tonight? I think we're doing burgers. Let's go.